Great to have you on board.
Then he attempts to gain access. The whole building explodes.
I got to check out this film first in a screener link on my laptop, but then even better, this past Monday, we screened it in New York City. Daisy came out for a Q&A, and oh my God, the energy was so palpable, man.
Dope, dude. I'm glad. I'm bummed I missed it. I was gonna come out and then things got in the way and I couldn't. But I'm really glad you enjoyed the film. I'm super proud of it. I love this movie, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, you're a busy guy, understandably so. For starters, I want to ask you, when we first meet your character of Noah, you're belaying down the side of the building, you're working as a cleaner. What's the secret to not spilling that bucket?
Bro, that's such a gangster question. That question. Well, you know what? We actually practiced a lot of window cleaning. Funnily enough, I've forgotten about that. I kind of blocked it out of my mind because it was so mind-numbingly boring. But we practiced a lot. They had at the studios where we were shooting. They brought like a professional window cleaner in who was in charge of the contracts for like One Canada Square and like the main buildings in Canary Wharf that are all made of glass. And he gave us a whole like window cleaning course. And we learned how to use the squeegee, where to clip the bucket so that it wouldn't hit on the way down and you could easily access the squeegee, like how to make sure the squeegee wouldn't leave marks on the window. Like there was a whole process to it. And the day before we did it, I bought a squeegee on Amazon and I wanted to make sure that it didn't look, those bits in a movie where you're like, I just know that you're an actor and you're just holding a squeegee or like whatever it is. I was adamant I wasn't going to leave any stains on the glass while we were doing this dialogue. So I bought a squeegee on Amazon and I practiced on my hotel room window for hours, that motion of sweeping it across. So yeah, I guess the secret is practice. It ain't easy.
Yeah, I know it sounds like a bit of a joke question, but for real, the first time I saw you belaying down the side of the building, I was like, he's got a full bucket of water. And if I'm walking with a glass of water across just a room, I'm always going to like spill it. So there's a secret there.
Smart man, sir, for realizing that. I appreciate you.
Of course.
And it was full of water as well. It wasn't empty.
Yeah, no, Noah is not just cleaning windows in this movie. Obviously, you are the primary antagonist. We come to realize very quickly on. And what I love about your portrayal is you're so bought in to his cause. Like you talk about, taking a class with window cleaners. I would have been thinking you took a class with eco-terrorists out here with how much you were bought into this role and this mission. What was the secret to just, really getting into Noah's mind?
Well, without delineating like what maybe real life references I was using, I had this mood board with a lot of real people that had done things in the world over time. It's like my vaguest way of describing it. And I actually went through and read a lot of manifestos from people that they had left before committing a very heinous act. To try and get what you're saying about being dialed in, about being locked into what someone believes, it's like something that happens over accumulation of time. And it was really interesting to read in all of the manifestos what were all the things that pushed everybody to points of no return, to try and figure out what was that point of no return for Noah, and whether it happened before the film even starts or whether it actually kind of does happen during the film. And I think it's the latter. I think it does happen during the film, and there's a point past which he knows he won't turn back, and then it's the journey of seeing how far he can take it. So I definitely had a lot of real life references that I was trying to pull from.
Yeah, he's had that mindset clearly for a long time. We get some moments with you with a longer hairstyle at one point, so it's clear that he's been thinking for a minute.
I forgot about the longer hair.
It was great. I popped for it. I read on Instagram when you were promoting this film that you learned how to box specifically for this movie.
Yeah, I didn't really, because in the other show that I do, it's so kick heavy and it's so leg heavy, the form, like the fighting style that my character uses, that I really hadn't spent any time learning how to use my hands. So for all the like fancy kicks I knew how to do, I couldn't even really throw a convincing cross, to be honest. So I would box in the morning before I go. I'd box in the evening after work. During prep, I was going like a madman, and also I had a few stunt guys that helped me on One Piece who would basically just come out to the gym at my hotel and train with me for hours. And then I grappled. I did do some grappling in between One Piece and this. So I kind of knew enough about that, and I just got to open mats on the weekend as well. But yeah, man, there was a lot of boxing. There was a lot of boxing for this.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up One Piece too, because I know season 2 recently just wrapped production.
Yes, sir. Not long ago. I'm fresh out of it.
Yeah, how'd it feel? How does season 2 feel compared to season 1?
It's bigger, it's faster, it's louder. And somehow within all the craziness, we're all even better friends than we were before, and we were already pretty good friends.
Wow, and you added a whole bunch of people this time around. I saw David Dasmalchion's in the cast. I think I saw Jamie Lee Curtis was campaigning to be in season 2. How does the new cast? So many
people were campaigning. So many people.
Yeah, how does the new cast gel with you guys as the originals?
Yeah, you know what? I think everybody who joins that show is such an individual at their core that I think the degree to which everybody is an individual, an original individual, just makes everybody really easy to get along with, because everybody's like a little lone wolf that comes to the pack just to hang out.
Exactly. Before I let you go, Taz, you obviously worked with Martin Campbell on Cleaner, legendary director, Casino Royale, GoldenEye. He's done so many great action movies over the course of his entire career. What did you learn from him as a director?
I learned that the reason his action films are so great, and the reason I'm such a fan of them, is because he casts incredibly well. But once he's cast, he doesn't treat the actors in that film like anything other than character actors. Like he cares so deeply about the characters having dexterity and having detail in them, and he'll accept nothing else than what he thinks is the best thing you can do. And there was so many instances where I kind of would sit with him, and he'd tell me some legendary story about some legendary actor doing a legendary scene. That only ended up being legendary because of a problem that happened on set, that then they swung into a positive and ended up being the most iconic moment. And so like the whole way through the film, I was just trying to look for whenever something would go wrong, I'd just try and find. I wanted to be on the Martin Campbell stories. So one day when I'm an old man and he tells some young actor, hopefully a story, I want to be included in the like. I did this scene with this guy called Taz once, and it was really cool because this happened and then this happened, and then it was an awesome scene.
Yeah, I hope you got your moment on this film. Nothing seemed to go wrong on screen from what I could see, but I'm sure there was stuff that you evolved over the course of production. Taz, those are all the questions I have. I just want to thank you. You have great energy. Like, I'm sure you're doing a million interviews today, so I appreciate you giving me all this energy throughout this chat.
No, bro, likewise, man. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time, and thank you for the great questions too, man. You really brightened my day.
See if you can do better than the last 3 you sent.